This is number 6 in our series of live demos to show the progress the development team has made during each sprint of the Spotlight development effort. If this is the first demo you've seen about Spotlight, Spotlight is a plugin that adds features to Blacklight to enable librarians, curators, and others to easily produce feature-rich websites that highlight digital collections from institutional repositories and other data stores. The screen you're looking at now is a default exhibit produced with Spotlight without any customization. As with past demos, however, we're going to start with an exhibit that a curator has already done some initial work on. We have a site title and a site subtitle. We have items that have been added to the exhibit and that are indexed. We have a home page. We have some feature pages. We have some browse categories. And we have some about pages. In Sprint 6 this week, the development team completed work on several smaller but important enhancements to existing features and added a couple major new features. I'm going to start this demo demonstrating some of the enhancements from this week. So the first couple enhancements are related to working with pages. If we navigate to an existing feature page and we go into edit mode, you'll see at the top of the page, we now have this page options area. And this will be visible on any edited page, an about page, a feature page, or the home page. And all this does is give the curator access to the page options that already existed but previously were only available on the curation side of the application. So we're just making it easier for the curator who might want to change one of these options. For example, maybe this page was previously unpublished, but with the edits they're going to make right here, they've decided it's ready to be published. And so rather than forcing the curator to go back to the curation side of the application to publish the page, they can now do that directly from the edited page view. Another enhancement we've made this week has to do with some of the widgets. So this page right now that we're looking at is showing the multi-up widget with 3 items configured in it. And this is maybe a scenario where the curator is going to be talking about the evolution of this particular map over several different changes over time to this map. And so the title for each of the 3 objects is the same, even though they are slightly different. And it's hard to tell that with just the title showing. So in this and a couple of the other widgets, we've added this week the ability for the curator to add a secondary caption. So in this case, in addition to the title, we want to add another field that may help distinguish these 3 items, such as date created. So I'm going to add a secondary caption of date created, save these changes, and yeah, I think we have a slight bug with this one. It takes 2 times to do it, but I'm sure we'll fix that bug this week. I think this will work now. Yes. So now we see, in addition to our primary caption of title, we now have a secondary caption of date that helps better distinguish these items. Another enhancement we've made this week has to do with the browse results view. So we have some browse categories here, and if we go to a particular category, we have the browse results for that category. This is a pretty minor change, but a useful one. Until this week, we weren't giving the site visitor any way to change any of the viewing options for these results. So what we've added during this sprint is the ability for the site visitor to use the same options that are available on a normal search results view, such as changing the sort field, changing the number per page, and switching between any available results views. And then one more minor enhancement we made this week has to do with the report a problem form that we demonstrated a couple sprints ago. And so this is the link that exists at the top of the page that reveals a contact form for site visitors to submit questions or problems to the exhibit contacts. So we made two minor changes to this feature this week. One is we changed the label from report a problem to feedback, which is a little bit more of a general label for this feature. More significantly, we've made it so that this is an optional feature. So the way this works now is when you're in the administration settings page, where we have this field that we've had previously called contact emails, where you can add one or more contact email addresses to be the recipients of the contact us or feedback form. Now the way this works is if an administrator chooses not to enter any contact emails, or those emails have not been confirmed, so we have no confirmed valid email address as a contact, that link is simply not shown. If, however, an email address is entered in here and has been confirmed, we will show that link. So behind the scenes here, I've actually already confirmed this particular email address. So if I refresh the page, hopefully we'll see that. Yeah, so now the email address is showing as confirmed, and where before we didn't have the link, now we have the form available for our site visitors. So that's a nice little addition, I think, because it gives the site administrator an easy way to only show the feedback form to their visitors if they want to have that form shown, and only show it when they have a valid recipient email address for that form to be sent to. And finally, I want to show a couple of two big features that the team added to Spotlight this week. And these both have to do with search results views. So if you saw the demo for last week's sprint, you might remember this page that we added last sprint called Appearance. And this gives the administrator the ability to configure some of the search results related features. And so one of these is result page types. And currently in this exhibit we have the list view and the gallery view enabled. But what the team added this week are two new views, the slideshow view and a maps view. So let me go ahead and enable those views, and then we'll go take a look at how they appear to site visitors. So if I go and do a search, and here we get to the search results page. So in addition to the list view that we're looking at now and the gallery view, which we've had available through most of Spotlight development, we now have two additional views. So the first I'll show you is the slideshow view. So when we switch into that, we get a little bit different display, just a grid of the items that are in the exhibit, or in the search results rather. And when we click on one, we go into a slideshow view. And there's some options here for the speed of the slideshow. The user has the ability to navigate through the slideshow. And you know, we just got this working, and I think this current sprint this week we're going to be working on the display of this, making the images bigger, and sort of refining the visual appearance of this view. But hopefully this demonstrates sort of the direction we're heading to try to give the site visitor a view they can choose that really features the images and allows the visitor to examine and enjoy a set of search results in a sort of efficient, easy way. The second view that the team added this week is a map view. And so this is a really cool view that displays the search results in a map, and depending on the results, you'll see one or more colored dots that indicate how many of the results belong in that particular area. And then when you click on one, we refine down and further break out those results into geographic areas related to where the items belong. And so as we keep zooming in, we get more detailed areas represented by the dots, and we can zoom in and out as you expect on a map view. And then when we go into an area and get to the lowest level for that particular geographic area, then we get the list of items that are associated with that area. And from there, we can click on an item and go to the item details page. So I think that's a really cool feature. That particular feature is part of a new gem called Blacklight Maps, and we're going to be doing some refinement of that and improve the interaction display a little bit, but that's the general direction for that one. And the slideshow view has been added to the Blacklight slideshow gem, and there'll be more work we're going to do on that. So those are the highlights of Sprint 6, and we're already begun Sprint 7, so stay tuned, and at the end of this week we should have a demo of the progress the team has made during Sprint 7.